I have 11 different credit cards. Wait a second, that's not 11. But trust me, just this once, that I do have, in fact, 11 different credit cards, and now we're getting towards the end of 2022, which means a new year is upon us, and now we have to start deciding on whether or not these annual fees that we've accumulated over the last couple of years are actually worth it or not at this point. And just exactly the new cards that I'm going to be adding to my portfolio in the year coming forward. But I guess without further ado, let's get into all the details. Okay. So you guys can pretty much tell, between 2021 and 2022, I kind of got a little bit crazy with 2 Platinum cards, 1 Amex Gold card, 1 Green card, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Hilton Surpass. I got a lot of different credit cards with annual fees. And if you add up all of those total annual fees, we come to pretty close to about $2,000 every single year in annual fees. Now, no surprise here, I made a video about 6 months ago, and the card actually stayed with me a lot longer than I expected, but it's my Amex Green card. You can see it's a very nice design. It's made from 75% recycled ocean plastic, and it's been with me for I think the last 3 years now. And at the time, this credit card gave me a nice sign-up bonus of around 60,000 points after I spent $2,000, maybe $3,000 within the first 3 months of opening the card. And it did give me a lot of different perks, like 3 points back for travel and transit, which ended up being just more Airbnb purchases. But as time kind of went on and I progressed in my credit card game, I've gotten a lot of different credit cards, specifically with hotels, and now I kind of prefer hotel credit cards and just staying at hotels in general. So now for a credit card that once had a $95 annual fee and now has been since raised to a $150 annual fee that has virtually no benefit to me whatsoever, unfortunately I had to decide, yes, it's time to cancel this credit card. Now, what I kind of did in between to mitigate that $150 annual fee, just because I was a little bit scared to cancel the credit card at first, I requested a downgrade. Now, typically you can't actually request a downgrade to a $0 annual fee Amex charge card, but they do have a special secret Amex Green card. It's one that doesn't actually gain you membership points, and you're not in the membership program, but it does have a $55 annual fee, so I figured, let me save $100 for maybe just a few more months, and then let's decide in 2023. Now, the reason I talked about that card first and why I'm canceling it is because it leads to the second card on my list going into 2023 that I'm thinking of canceling. And it does involve my original vanilla version of the Amex Platinum card. Now don't forget, this is how it looks, and we love it. We love our Platinum card. Now, as some of you may know, I've had this credit card for the last few years now, and it's really served me super well, and it's given me a ton of bonuses and a ton of life experiences to boot. But as some of you also may know, that I just got approved for the Amex Platinum Schwab version, so now I kind of have 2 Platinums. And along with 2 Platinum cards also comes 2 annual fees, right? So 2 $695 annual fees that I got to pay out of pocket every single year. Now I'm at a crossroads where I'm like, I have the Schwab card, so I'm going to keep that for life for sure. It's my favorite Platinum version. Now I kind of have 3 options with this credit card, right? And just kind of follow me here. The first, keep the card open as long as possible, and I keep using the credits, get an extra $200 hotel credit, FHR, and another $200 credit towards incidental fees, as well as just the Uber Eats credits and all the other credits that come along with this card that virtually make this annual fee $0. Now, the second option is, do I actually do what I did to my Green card and downgrade it to the traditional Amex Green card, the one with the $55 annual fee? And now thirdly, as long as I keep this alive, I could always in the future re-upgrade back to maybe the Gold or even the Platinum card, whatever I so choose in the future. And then the third option is, do I just kiss this credit card goodbye and just decide to cancel it in the new year? And I guess the semi-fourth option is just keep trying my luck with retention offers, but now that I have 2 Platinum cards, I don't think that I could be very convincing to say that, oh, I can't necessarily use both of these Platinum cards, the credits aren't that great. They're just going to say, well, what are you doing with 2 of them? And then I'm going to say, And this is really where I want to hear you guys' opinions on what I actually should do with this Platinum card. Should I do one of these 3 options, and what do you think is the most beneficial? Especially since I plan to keep collecting American Express cards into the future. Because honestly, at the end of the day, if you're not going to be using credits and you're just going to be wasting money, all of those sign-up bonuses that you accumulated through Amex are kind of all for naught if you decide to just keep this card open. Those annual fees are going to just keep draining and draining the points that you got over the years. Now, a couple things that I know are going to happen that if I decide to cancel both of these credit cards, the number one and the most immediate effect is it's just going to take a hit to my credit score. But that's more of a short-term thing, and over the next few months, it should recover. And then secondly, I run the real risk of kind of ruining my American Express relationship. Now, as of right now, I do have 6 total American Express credit cards, so I don't think that will necessarily hurt my relationship in a big way, especially since I plan on adding more into the new year. I think I'll be fine on that side, but it is a real possibility. Just know that you want to keep at least one open so that it's kind of your anchor for all of your American Express points that you've pooled over the years. Because if you decide to cancel all of your American Express credit cards, well, you also cancel all of your points as well. And especially if this is just one of your first couple of credit cards with American Express, American Express is not really going to like that you're deciding to just cancel after just a short period of time and not establishing a great relationship with them. Now, the third thing that it's kind of floating around in my head is my Hilton Surpass card. A Hilton Surpass card I got within the last 6 months, and it gave me about 130,000 points and a free night certificate after I spent about $3,000, $2,000 within the first 3 months, which I did hit, and I'm definitely going to use all those credits, those bonuses, and the free night certificate. But now I'm considering, it's a $95 annual fee. It's probably a card that I'm not going to keep for a long haul, especially since the Hilton Aspire is still out there waiting for me. So it's quite possible that by the end of 2023, which would end up being about a year and a half worth of ownership, that card may actually get canceled as well. Okay, so that was my plan for canceling those annual fee credit cards going into 2023. So now let's talk about how I'm actually going to mitigate some of those annual fees with retention offers, and just exactly how you can as well. And if you're unfamiliar, a lot of different credit card companies have what's called retention offers, just to keep you having your credit card open as long as possible. So they'll offer incentives to allow you to keep your card open as long as possible. So for example, I did a video maybe 5 months ago talking about the Amex Platinum card and my retention offer for that and what I actually said. So I told them I can't use some of the credits, can't use some of these other things, and then eventually they came to an agreement. Hey, if you keep your Platinum card open for another year, we'll give you 40,000 bonus membership points after you spend $4,000, $3,000 within the first 3 months of after this agreement. Which I was like, heck yeah, my taxes are coming up, so I just put all of my taxes on the Amex Platinum card, got my 40,000 bonus, and now that annual fee was effectively only $295 for that year. So like any other good Amex Platinum holder, within the next few months, around February, when my actual annual fee hits, I will ask for another retention offer, but don't tell them I'm going to do that. But if I get a little bit greedy, I might get a little bit crazy and maybe ask for a retention offer on the gold card as well, but I really don't think I'm going to do that. I want to try my luck. I love American Express. I don't want to take advantage of them. And I guess the only other thing that I plan on keeping going into 2023 and the future is the like and subscribe button. And I guess the only thing that you have to do if you also want to keep the like and subscribe button is just to hit it gently. So just make sure it's an odd amount of time. So you can't hit it 2 times, but you can hit it 1 time or 3 times or 5 times. That's okay. Now, for those of you who have maybe Chase credit cards or some other major banks, they might not also have a retention department, much like American Express does. So you might not have the best of luck as you would with American Express, but you can always call up your respective banks and ask them, hey, maybe I don't want to keep this card any longer. See if they actually offer you a retention offer. Okay, so now the third part of this whole master plan is I'm going to be telling you which credit cards I plan on applying for in 2023. Okay, so pretty much right now, I only have 2 different credit cards that I am deciding to most likely get in 2023, and let me tell you which ones they are and what my reasons are. So number 1 is I plan on getting a business card. So some of you may know that your boy is a real estate agent, and he can help you pretty much buy a home, sell a home, an investment property, pretty much anything involving real estate I can help you out with. But being a real estate agent also means that I am my own business, and it does constitute me having a business credit card. And I really held off for a while, but since I foresee a lot of different business expenses going into 2023, I figured it's a good time to actually put all those expenses on a dedicated business credit card to keep everything organized. Instead of just fumbling around with 1,000 receipts and just sending it over my tax guy for him to figure it out, now I can just have all the statements itemized within one ecosystem. And really, Spencer Johnson, I gotta shout out every single video pretty much now. The video he just did recently on his new business credit card, the Amex Blue, he really opened my eyes like, wow, you're getting 2 points per dollar spent on all business expenses. And honestly, that's pretty good, especially if you're going to transfer those 2 points out to travel partners. You can get upwards to 3 points, 4 points, what have you. So honestly, it seems like a no-brainer with a $0 annual fee to get that card going into the future. So I guess be on the lookout for that video. And I guess, knock on wood, if this whole YouTube thing kind of works out, I'll need another business card to have all these categorized expenses on the YouTube channel itself. So its own dedicated business credit card. But I guess the only way I'm going to get there is if you guys can hit the like and subscribe button, wink, wink. I'm serious. And then the second credit card, or possibly the last credit card I plan on getting in 2023, but we'll see, is in fact the Lowe's 5% cash back credit card. Now, some of you might be thinking, wow, this is out of left field. Why is Anthony getting a Lowe's credit card with so many other different credit cards out there? Well, it's kind of for the same reason that my fiance got the Target card. You're getting unlimited 5% cash back on all Lowe's products. Why do I need Lowe's products, you may ask? Well, in 2023, I plan on buying one of my first properties. He's a real estate agent without a house. That's almost like working in a driving school without a license. But yes, I plan on buying fixer-upper properties that are below market value and in areas that are worth a lot more than what you actually can pay for it. And with inflation at all-time highs and treasuries just going up and up and up and interest rates just kind of seemingly having no ceiling, we are starting to see a bit of a shockwave, and I think it will kind of accelerate into 2023 when people are realizing that their home prices are dropping, 10%, maybe even 15% on the highest end. And then that's where the real selling is going to get there, and this is where my buying power is going to go up and up. But along with fixer-upper properties, you're going to have to pay for a lot of different cosmetics, like maybe new paint, maybe just ripping up that carpet so you have new vinyl flooring, possibly new doors, maybe broken ceiling fans, a couple of different things, a lot of cosmetic things that really lower that property value in most buyers' eyes. Just a few things that most buyers don't want the hassle of, and they don't want to fix up a property, they want one that's move-in ready. And where can I buy all of those things like ceiling fan, doors, screws, paint, carpet, vinyl flooring? I could buy it all at Lowe's. That's 5% back on every single purchase that I make at Lowe's. But that plus deducting everything that you paid for against your taxes at the end of each year is going to give you even more than 5% back on your spend at the end of that year. Wait a second, this is a Tesla. So now is the time for you guys to let me know in the comments below which credit cards do you plan on canceling, which credit cards do you plan on getting in 2023, as well as just tell me your plans and your dreams going into 2023, as I'd love to hear all of them so we can be great together.